Hey, welcome to my journey. Today I'm going to bring you another what I eat in a day on my 2-week post-op, all fluid diet. And I thought I'd come on here first and talk to you about what's been going on and my 1-week post-op doctor visit. I had that this morning. So what's been going on is I've been doing fabulously. I never would have thought I would have been in such a nice recovery place. Of course, I can probably attribute it to all y'all's thoughts and prayers, honestly, if I'm being honest. But I don't have any of the problems that I thought I might have. No pain. I've still got a little right in this little section right here on both sides, a little bit of pain. The gas is gone. I can tell that is not gas. I don't think it's gas after a week, almost a week tomorrow. I think it's from the way they crane your neck backwards when they put you asleep so they can get that tube down your throat. She told me that's what she'd be doing. And my head was way back pretty much when I went to sleep. So I can imagine when I do back like that, I can feel it like pulling in those muscles. So I guess that's just something that's going to have to work out. I've had RJ rubbing it. I've had David rubbing it. I've been putting that Salon Paws cream on it. I've been rubbing it, trying to get it worked out, but it's not out yet. That's the only pain I'm having. My incisions, I have 6 incisions. They don't hurt. My stomach doesn't hurt inside. I'm just doing great. So I had my, before I forget, let me tell you this. I keep forgetting to come on and do my Happy Mail. I've got some Happy Mail, and I don't have it in here with me. I'm going to tell you. Sandy over at Life with Sandy, she sent me my water cup, a girl who loves owls. Y'all seen it on my other What I Eat video. Judy Logue sent me a cookbook. Cheryl Sims sent me a cookbook. Allison Dolan sent me a cookbook. And then Anonymous sent me a scarf, a really pretty blue scarf. Let me know who you are. I'd love to know. Unless you don't want to, that's fine. You don't have to. But it was very sweet, and I thank all y'all for thinking about me, and all y'all that have sent cards. I appreciate all the thoughts that y'all are giving me. I love y'all. So this is something else. Guess who's drinking coffee with ya? That's right, it's me. Okay, so when I go to the doctor this morning, hold on. Let me get a sip because I didn't think I was going to be able to. And you notice it's not in a medicine cup either. I have found that I don't need to sip from a medicine cup. I've learned how to take small sips, not gulps, not guzzles. I can drink out of a regular cup, and it's not bothering me. It's not hurting my stomach. I'm not having dumping syndrome. That's where it goes out of your stomach and straight down your intestine. That's where it dumps it, and that's when you can get all those bad feelings of like blood sugar dropping and nausea and vomiting and the sweats and all the crazy things. I've not had that one single time. I take that back. It wasn't dumping syndrome. The only thing I have found that I can't eat is sugar-free Jell-O. I had one in the hospital, and as soon as I took the first bite, it was my first meal after surgery. It felt like a bullet going through my stomach. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to eat that. Well, I come home. They gave it to me again the next day. I'm like, pushed it away. I come home, and I have some sugar-free Jell-O that I was eating on the pre-op diet. And I got one of them. I took a bite, and I'm like, Took one more bite. I'm like, nope, can't do it. So yesterday, I thought, well, I'm going to try one more time to see if I could eat this Jell-O. Nope. It was just like a stab. It just, as soon as I started eating that Jell-O, it got to my stomach. It was just a stab. So that's the part. Hold on. I can feel something on my glasses. That's just the part where they say your taste buds change and what you can handle changes after surgery. So I won't be eating any more Jell-O, sugar-free or otherwise, which they want you to eat sugar-free because they don't want you to have the carbs. They want you to stay away from the sugar. And sugar is one thing that they said can definitely cause dumping syndrome. So I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to test the waters. But I'm not going to have Jell-O anymore. So I have a drawer full of Jell-O that I don't even know if the kids will eat it since it's sugar-free. Which to me, it doesn't taste like it. But if they won't, I guess I'll just throw it away because David's not eating it. He don't eat Jell-O, period. So went to my doctor this morning. Got my stitches out. She said, he's old school. Said some of them use glue. Said, but he's old school. He likes to use stitches. I had never had stitches out in my entire life. I've always had, I guess, glue on the 2 surgeries I had because, or they dissolved or something, because the 2 surgeries that I had never had stitches out. Didn't hurt at all. I was like, I wonder what it's going to feel like. You couldn't even really feel it, hardly. She just snip, pull, snip, pull, snip, pull. Easy as pie. So she's got a Steri-Strip over each one of them. I can take off in a couple days. She said that's just to kind of protect them, when the stitch is coming out. And so she did that. And we go over all, are you taking all your medicines? Which ones are you taking? And I got back to everything. And so the intern comes in, his intern. I saw him in the hospital too. And he says, you remember me from the hospital? I'm like, yeah, I do. And so he's like asking me questions, how's your fluid intake? I'm like, my fluid intake is awesome. I'm getting 80 plus ounces of fluid a day. I'm getting my 60 grams of protein and then the rest, just broth and whatnot. And he said, well, that was good. And asked about my pooping. You've seen the commercial. We all know that women do it. Y'all see that commercial? It's funny. Anyway, so I told him because constipation is, you want to come on my journey? I'm bringing you on my journey. Constipation is real common after the surgery, and I did not want to have to cross that bridge. So y'all saw in my other video, I take a little cup of Miralax every morning to try to make sure that doesn't happen. He said I could actually take it twice a day. And then when I start going regular, then I can ease off of it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start adding a second cup of Miralax in the afternoons. He wanted to know, how did my stomach, how did my incisions feel, all this. Did they feel good? No nausea, no. He said, well, let me go talk to your doctor, and then he'll be in to see you. So he went around there, and then here comes the doc. He didn't even shut the door. He's such a laid-back man. I tell you, he's such a laid-back man. He didn't even shut the door. He didn't even sit down. He just stood there. Because the nurse had done handled her part. The intern done handled most of that part. And he walked in. He goes, well, do you have anything else? I said, I do have one question that I forgot to ask earlier. I asked, I'll tell you the other question I asked. You know how when you have rolls, I know some of you got rolls. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not sitting here before you haven't had weight loss surgery without having rolls on my body. So I have 2 rolls, and the first one is up here where my actual stomach is. We call this whole thing our stomach, but it's really our abdomen down there. And our stomach, where our stomach is up here closer to our breast, our esophagus. Well, that roll is a lot bigger than it was before I even had surgery. And I did weigh in, which I'm not going to do a weigh in until Thursday because my weigh-in day is Thursday. So I'm just going to let it go a couple of days past and do my official weigh-in, getting back set on Thursdays because I like Thursdays. So I told him, I said, am I right to assume that since my stomach is bigger than it was before surgery, that I shouldn't worry if I lost a lot of weight or not, and it's still swollen? He goes, yes, it is still swollen. He said, you gain weight after surgery because of all the fluids. So I'm not sweating this first week. Whatever comes on Thursday, whatever I've lost or haven't lost, I'm not sweating it either way because I just had major surgery. And if the doctor tells me I'm swollen and the doctor tells me that I'm going to gain weight, then any loss is a bonus to me. That's how I see it. So we talked about that, and then I asked him, when can I go swimming? Because since I can't walk, I want to join the Y again and get back in the pool. He said 3 days. 3 more days and I can go swimming. So I'm going to call them and find out when their free swim is, before I go join, which I'm going to join anyway. I just want to know kindly to know how to rearrange my schedule if I need to. If I need to go in the mornings, because I'm not going to take a class. I don't necessarily like taking a class with everybody else. I just like getting in there, doing my own thing. Walking or getting a pool noodle and, paddling around. That's what I prefer to do. And so that's what I plan on doing. And I go back and see him in 3 months. The nutritionist visit is Friday, so I'll bring you another video about that. That nutritionist visit will be about what I can eat on the soft and pureed foods. And my nurse today said the same thing that Joan said. You never thought you'd be so excited about eating some pureed foods, did you? I'm like, no, I did not. I'm going to tell you what the first thing I'm going to eat. I'm almost positive the first thing I'm going to eat, because there's things I want, but you have to start your stomach off easy. You can't just throw all kind of stuff at it. But I am craving a foot long all the way from Whataburger, but I'm not going to puree one of those because I think I would vomit. I just don't think I could handle that in puree form. No. But I have those soups that I got from the Chinese restaurant. I got the wonton soup and the egg drop soup and the vegetables and tofu soup. And I've been straining the broth off and drinking that. Well, I've saved enough wonton broth over top of the wontons that even though there are carbohydrates in the wontons, I'm going to put that through my blender and I'm going to have at it. Do you have a clue, some of you do, how hard to drink wonton broth and not touch that wonton is? These cream soups that I'm straining and I'm putting through my mesh sieve, how hard it is not to eat those solids. Listen, I got one. Let me get a drink. I got one more week of this liquid diet. I didn't think I could make it this far, but I did. Listen, it would be, today was a week because I was on all liquids the day before surgery, and tomorrow is a week from surgery. So I've been on all liquids for a week, and I got a week after surgery. So, So next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday, I should be able to eat my soft and pureed foods. And I'm excited to go to the nutritionist to find out what all you can and cannot eat, what is considered soft, and what you can puree and what you can't puree. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing I'm not going to puree. I'm going to tell you that right now is some chicken. I am not going to bake some chicken or boil some chicken and put it through the blender. No, ain't going to happen. I'm going to do probably some egg salad. I told Joan, because we were talking about, what about my Halloween party? I'm like, well, I'll just do without, because I'm going to have my Halloween party. I'm putting my Halloween party on for everybody, no matter what I got to do. But I'm making some spooky deviled eggs. I'll probably just throw some of them in the blender, in the food processor, and puree that up. Because like she said, that the center part the filling is already pureed, and you're just pureeing the egg whites with it. So I figured I'll do that for the party, and then I'll have a little something to eat. And I don't know what all, like I said, what all they would consider okay to puree. And like I also said, some things I'm not going to puree at all. No way, shape, or form. And I know they don't want you eating a lot of carbs, but it seems kind of hard to not eat some, like mashed potatoes or something like that, while you're getting your stomach ready for those kind of foods. it seems kind of hard not to put some of them carbs in there, but I'll find out. Greek yogurts, they have a lot of protein. Refried beans, they say you can eat refried beans. Those have protein, which is a carb too, but it's they say chicken salad. You can make chicken salad and run it through the food processor, which to me that's not a pureed food. The nutritionist that monitors the website, the Facebook group, somebody was saying about pureeing eggs. I think they were saying eggs. He said just be sure to add some mayonnaise to it to get the fat. You need the fat. So I guess I got a lot to learn come Friday. And like I said, I will bring you a video on that. Now, was there anything else? I told you my Happy Meal. Here's my Happy Meal, getting to drink coffee with you. That was my doctor visit. Oh, I'm getting my shots. My friend, the nurse, we went to high school together. Matter of fact, I was in her wedding. She got married while we was in high school. And I was in her wedding. And I ain't seen her in umpteen years. It has been umpteen years. Well, she's coming and she's doing my shots for me. And I keep telling her, are you sure you don't mind? No, I love coming here. I love seeing you. And she tells me, are you sure I didn't hurt you? I'm like, no, you didn't hurt me at all. So that is our everyday conversation. Did I hurt you? No. You sure you don't mind coming? No. Hug, hug, hug. Love you. That's how it goes. Pretty much every single day. She's worried and I'm worried. And we neither one have anything to be worried about. So I just thought that was pretty funny. I'll be through with them. And then next week, and then I'll be through with this, whatever it's called, that you have to take 4 times a day. It's like a chalky, fruity type liquid. It's gross, but you have to take it 4 times a day, and that's to do something to your stomach, to help heal it, keep it from getting whatever. So tomorrow's the last day for that. Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot the most important part. I don't know if you remember on one of my videos, on my very first video, probably when I said I had my visit with the doctor, he said that this surgery basically heals your diabetes. He said, and we as doctors don't really know why. Well, I have been keeping up with my blood sugars on a piece of paper, and I wanted to take the paper to him to show him. I'm on 2 diabetes medicines. One in the hospital, he said, don't take that one anymore. So I'm just on the one, which is 2 big old pills, metformin. Y'all, if y'all have big ones, little big, spit it out. A little bit bigger pills they are. Well, I got my days wrong. I thought I was supposed to go to the doctor yesterday, and I was sitting over here doing something. And I got a text that said, arrive 15 minutes early. I'm like, well, I already got that text. And I looked at my laptop. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be there today. I had 10 minutes to get there, and I got there in 13. Should have took me a little bit longer than that, but I boogied on down the road, let me tell you. Past the cop, too, and I ease back off. I'm like, please don't pull out. Please just sit there. So I got lucky on that one because I'm like, I cannot be late for this appointment. This is important. Oh, I was starting to sound like, which one of them on the Bugs Bunny I was starting to sound like? Oh my gosh. Anyway. So he said, what's your blood sugars? I said, well, I forgot my paper, but they've not been over 84. He's like, well, why don't you just quit taking that metformin? And I'm like, yes, so I don't have to take any diabetes medicine whatsoever. I have already been in there when I come home, went through my pill case, where I sort all my pills, took them pills out of there. Yes, I did. With a quickness, let me tell you. So that's my good news for today. Well, I think that's talking enough, since the rest of the video you're going to see what like I said, what I eat today. So far, so good. No problems drinking anything. Nothing has bothered me so far. And you'll see this is my third cup of coffee. I've only been having the one in the morning, but I was feeling very coffee-ish today. And when I knew I was going to come back here and talk to you, I knew I had to have my coffee, because that's what we do. We talk and drink our coffee or our tea. I know I have tea drinkers out there too. So that's all I'm going to talk about now. That was my first post-op visit, my 1 week. Everything's looking wonderful. I'm healing great. I feel great. Yeah, I'm just so pleased with how well I've done. It amazes me that I'm doing as well as I'm doing. So thank you for all your support and everything that you give me. It means the world. So now I will quit talking and we will turn around and see what I drink today. Good morning. It is early. And I'm going to work on my menu. I've got it done, but I want to finalize it. Do my grocery list, make sure it's what I want. And I'm having my first cup of coffee. Well, it is still early in the morning, real early, but I'm feeling hungry after that cup of coffee. And so I'm going ahead and having my first protein shake, the Chocolate Quest chocolate milkshake. I like that better than the vanilla, but I have a tub of vanilla, so I'll be using it as well. And then I'm just going to sit back here and work on my little book, my little small book. I'm at a place in my Halloween journal. I kind of want to wait on my Halloween pictures to decide where they go before I fill in the rest of my decorations that I have. So I'll be working on it after Halloween, but that's okay, because I mean, it's Halloween. So anyway, I'm going to go get started playing in this little book. Well, I'm having a second cup of coffee. This one is glazed donut. I just reached down in my little flavored basket and picked one out, and that's what I picked out this morning. Hadn't tasted it yet, but it smells good. And in case you're wondering what I put in it, I put low fat half and half. And I specifically asked the nutritionist, was that okay? And she said she did not have a problem with it. So that is why I'm still using it. And I've played in my little journal and my big journal, and now, or my medium journal. Now I'm going to work in my junk journal. I've got some things I had cut out, things to put in here, so I thought, well, I'll work on this a little bit too. I'm having a cup of broth. This is from the vegetable tofu soup that I got at the Chinese restaurant. So for supper tonight, I am having a new soup I haven't tried yet. It's the Progresso loaded potato and Italian sausage. It's not as creamy as the loaded potato with bacon, but I tasted it off the spoon when I was stirring it, and it's good. It has a good Italian sausage flavor, so it's got a lot of flavor to it. So I'm excited to have this, and I think that will do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you back. I'm going to start my cooking for two tomorrow. I have a recipe tomorrow, and then Wednesday I will do my menu planning grocery haul. Even though it's only for David, there's the cooking for two part. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. Put your notifications on. That's it for me today, and I will see you in my next video. Guess who's back? Had to change supper. The other one, it was called Italian sausage and potato soup. Just licking the spoon, it tasted really good. But eating it as soup, as a spoonful, it was way too spicy for me. I maybe could have got by with how spicy it was on my mouth. Probably not, but it was way too spicy for my sensitive tummy. It's definitely not ready for something like that. So this is chicken pot pie style with dumplings soup. something more mild. And I'm going to tell you what, it hurts me to strain all the solids out. I'm going to tell you what. And let me tell you this, I cooked for the first time tonight since, last weekend. And it is hard not to dive in, I'll tell you that. But I'm doing it. I'm having my soup. And if I have anything else, I meant to tell you, I may have a cup of tea later or just drink my water. And that'll be all for me today. So now I will see you next time.